Here alongside Cardiff Devils head coach Andrew Lord after a big win against the Guildford Flames. And Andrew, it seems like you found a way to be successful against Guildford.
Yeah, I actually thought our first 6-7 minutes wasn't nearly as good as on Wednesday. I thought Guildford had maybe two odd man opportunities. They created some stuff off the ozone play, and we weren't all that sharp to start the game, but I thought we really got it going in the last 12 minutes or so. I thought Joey Martin's line obviously was tremendous. A couple of their goals. That first one by Matt Pope was huge, and I thought it just got us into the game. And maybe not playing yesterday, maybe we didn't quite have our legs. I'm not too sure, but obviously we want to start a little better than that. But I thought from that point on, we really took over, and the guys were lethal around the net. Everyone was finishing, and it was a good win.
Obviously that Yardlowski penalty and misconduct there and the ensuing power play time from that was a really transformative moment in the game, and that did feel as though that's where the team got going. And regardless of what you say about the first few minutes, it was a hugely impressive first period again, as it was midweek, as it was against Nottingham before that. You always talk about fast starts, but it seems like you're getting them consistently now.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we're just playing so many good minutes at this point. It's you nailed it there with consistency being the buzzword, and to a man, I think the guys are just that work ethic's always there, that relentlessness is always there, that scoring touch now is almost always there, and it's fun. It's really fun. I think everyone's on the same page and then some, and when you have a team doing all those things, it makes for a dangerous combination, and it's just a real good feel right now.
You talk about combinations there, and you've got something really working well for you right now in terms of those top 9 forwards. I thought in particular the top 6 midweek were superb for you, but I really felt tonight as though we certainly on the gantry, that third line, particularly when the momentum needed shifted in that first period, and again later on in the game really came to the fore for you with their strong body, big body style of play.
Yeah, again, I don't think they're a third line. I think we have 3-4 lines that can all play a ton, and we've been on those guys a little bit. It was such a shame because I thought we got we got Farina back with Crowder Haddad. They had the one huge night, 4 goals, where they just played unbelievable hard. They got to the net, they owned the puck down low, and then Crowds gets injured, which was a real shame, and we're kind of chopping and changing and putting guys in between Farina and Haddad there, and it was great to get Crowder back. I think it took him a weekend to sort of get his sharpness back, and I think it just took them a couple games to all get going, and I thought Wednesday we saw glimpses. I thought tonight real dominant. You saw Joe Haddad with the cutbacks, you saw Farina getting to the net, Crowder, his skating was there, his hands were there. He's such a slick player with his vision, and I think that line could be absolutely huge coming into these games that are going to be fierce, ferocious, hard hitting. There's going to be some clutching and grabbing as we go along here, and those 3 bodies, big bodies like you said, can really have an impact.
I'd like to reference maybe a couple of character moments. First, more generally, of course, it was Guildford who ended that extraordinary winning streak that the team was on, but the bounce back from your club since then with that dominant win over Nottingham, then against Guildford in the Cup, and then tonight, just been superb since that loss. What does that say about the character of the team? And then perhaps secondly, within the game tonight, you had to see out a 5-minute major penalty, then there was a penalty late on which made it 5-on-3 against Patrick Asselin. Just superb defensive effort on the penalty killing side as well, and a big moment in the game.
Yeah, I think we're just working the process, to be honest. I don't think we're putting games together. We're just going about our business here like we've done now for a few years, and we learned some lessons from that overtime loss. We let them hang around. We didn't put them away like we did tonight, and we've applied that since, and I think that's been huge to our success. I think at the same time now, we're just playing hard, shift in and shift out. Our consistency's there. We're not looking big picture. We're looking very, very small picture right now, and we're just going to keep rolling here game to game. And that PK, that was huge. I thought we've talked about. I'll have to review it. I think actually from our bench angle, it didn't look nearly as bad as how it did elsewhere in the arena, but unfortunately he got injured on that, which you never like to see. And I thought the PK was unbelievable. I thought the guys kept their focus. You know, it's never fun seeing a guy get injured. It can, you know, whichever team you're on, it can sometimes kind of take the wind out of the game or take the wind out of your sails. And I thought the guys stayed focused, played very, very hard. We had a lot of pressure down ice on the penalty kill there, which killed off time. And that was huge because we've been there before where we've taken penalties like that and then given up a few and letting a team back in. So yeah, I was definitely very happy about that.
Yeah, you referenced that there. I suppose the last time a situation similar to that happened was perhaps in that loss at home here against Fife earlier on in the season. But there seems like there are patterns emerging within this team now that when it's playing well, there are just some key areas in which have tightened up and are contributing to that success. I thought that penalty kill was one of them, and in particular the goaltending of Ben Bounds, they really led the team.
Yeah, I thought he was huge too. I think for the most part lately we haven't been giving up much on the PK, and I thought tonight we let that turn into a shooting gallery. Never nice to see one of the best D-men in the league get 4 1-Ts on the backside. That's not how it's drawn up, but it was what it was, and that's why you have a goaltender, and he did a great job, and yeah, it was a good kill, and I thought that that really brought the momentum back our way.
And the power play keeps on rolling again. 2 5-on-3s, a 5-on-4 goal tonight. You're just clinical in front of goal when the momentum is with the Devils at the moment, taking advantage. Another facet of that, to me, seems a real concerted effort of players to get to the net. The first shot is there, then there's a lot of second-up opportunities being created. Has there been a slight shift in the way that things have been approached, or just people buying into those systems more?
I mean, you could talk to the guys. I probably talk about getting to the net every day, all day. I mean, it's just hockey 101. You see it in the NHL, how many goals are scored in and around the net front with layers, and it's not always those pretty goals, it's bang home goals. And I think the guys have maybe seen the success because of some of that, so I think that just reinforces itself. But at the end of the day, we have an incredibly skilled hockey team. We've put guys in places where they can use their skill, and that's what they're doing right now. And then off of that, as long as you have that work ethic, that grind ability, that willingness to go to the dirty areas as a skilled hockey player, very, very good things are going to happen, and that is what's going on.
It was an important win tonight, just finally, Andrew, as well, because of other results. I know that's not something you pay a huge amount of attention to, but of course Belfast had a successful weekend picking up 4 points. There was a lot of joy around that organisation this weekend. Adam Keefe had a few things to say about their aspirations as a club as well, and that they're up for the challenge. From a Devils point of view, you laid down, regardless of what other clubs are saying, a huge marker tonight, don't you think, with such an emphatic victory?
Yeah, I guess I'll have to check all that out on my day off maybe and catch up. But no, it was business as usual. We're a long, long way from home, and again, until you're actually holding a trophy, you don't have it. So at the end of the day, you just got to play shift by shift, game by game, and that's what we're doing, and that's what we're going to continue to do. And yeah, I think it was great to get Murdy in the net in the third period there. I thought that was great. I thought the energy in the building was there. We built off Wednesday, and I think that's going in the right direction as well. I'm really excited about these huge games coming up. We got to get some rest here. We got to get extra healthy because the next, after this upcoming week, it's going to be hockey every other night basically, and it's going to be a very, very fun drive to hopefully what will be an amazing finish to the year.
Well, thanks very much for your time, Andrew. It certainly will be another exciting end to the year, I'm sure, with the Devils right there in the title challenging picture. Congratulations on the win.
Thanks a lot.